There comes a moment in every life when the world does not change, but you do. It is the moment you realize that waiting for perfect conditions, the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, is a game you are destined to lose. The Stoics taught that life rewards not idle dreams or good intentions, but decisive action. And the greatest power you will ever possess is the ability to choose, right now, to act. Regardless of your circumstances or the obstacles before you, you hold the key to your own transformation. This exploration of Stoic wisdom is an invitation to seize that power, to take control, and to shape a life of purpose and meaning. This could be the moment everything changes. In the grand narrative of a life, there are turning points, instances where the ordinary flow of events is interrupted by something extraordinary. These are not mere disruptions, but pivotal moments that can redefine our very existence. They are the inflection points that signal a shift from one chapter of our lives to another. You may have already lived through several such moments, or perhaps yours still waits just around the corner. But whenever they arrive, they hold a beautiful promise. Once embraced, they set us upon new, more enlightened paths, brimming with potential. These transformative moments often arrive unannounced. A casual conversation that opens new vistas of thought, an unexpected encounter that challenges a long-held belief, or a sudden private revelation that shakes the very foundations of your understanding. Stoicism offers a powerful lens through which to view these changes. It teaches that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can always control how we respond. And in that response lies our power and our potential for growth. I recall a time in my own life filled with uncertainty. At 25, I found myself grappling with a reality far from what I had imagined. I was financially unstable, mentally exhausted, questioning the very purpose of my efforts. It was a period of deep introspection, a search for meaning that many of us undertake. Stoicism reminds us that adversity is not simply a test of our resilience, but a teacher of invaluable lessons. It is in our most challenging times that we gain the clearest insight into who we are and what we are capable of becoming. This introspective journey led to a life-altering realization. Change was necessary. But how does one begin? The Stoics would argue it starts with self-awareness, with recognizing the distance between who you are and who you wish to be. This recognition is the first step. It requires acknowledging your imperfections, understanding your strengths, and seizing the courage to refine your character. For me, the catalyst was a mentor, a figure who embodied the virtues I aspired to. He was not just a guide, but a mirror reflecting both my flaws and my potential. He introduced me to a core principle. If you desire change in your life, you must first become the agent of that change. His advice was simple yet profound. If you seek a different life, you must first become a different person. This highlighted a fundamental truth. Our external world is often a reflection of our internal state. To alter my path, I had to transform from within, embracing new habits, attitudes, and behaviors that aligned with the future I envisioned. Embracing change is not just about making different choices. It is about transforming how we think and engage with the world. It is about developing the kind of resilience the Stoics celebrated, a resilience that does not merely endure hardship, but actively transforms challenges into opportunities for growth and wisdom. In navigating the turbulent waters of life, the guidance of a mentor can serve as a beacon, illuminating the path toward growth. Mentorship is not about acquiring knowledge. It is about transformation. A great mentor sees the potential within us that we ourselves might overlook and challenges us to reach beyond our perceived limits. The Stoics, from Seneca to Epictetus, understood the value of learning from those who have already walked the paths we now navigate. They knew that a mentor provides a perspective born of experience, a crucial element in developing the virtue and resilience needed to face life's challenges. The true power of mentorship lies in its ability to accelerate growth. By sharing their own experiences, mentors help us avoid common pitfalls and navigate difficulties more effectively. This isn't about making life easier, but about making the learning process more efficient. A mentor embodies the practical wisdom that Stoicism prizes, wisdom forged in the crucible of real-world struggle. Their impact also extends beyond practical advice. They instill confidence, reinforcing our ability to make decisions and take action. This self-assurance is crucial when stepping out of our comfort zone. Mentors model the virtues we strive to embody: integrity, courage, perseverance, providing a living example of what is possible and inspiring us to align our own actions with our highest ideals. In the journey of self-improvement, one of the most pivotal steps is taking responsibility. This means more than just acknowledging where you are. It means accepting that your current situation is the result of your own choices and actions. This aligns perfectly with Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes control over our inner world rather than external events. As the philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When we face setbacks, the temptation is to blame outside forces, the economy, other people, our past. But to embrace Stoic wisdom is to shift our focus inward, from blame to accountability. This is not an exercise in self-criticism, but in learning. It requires an honest look at our decisions and how they have shaped our reality. Taking responsibility is an act of reclaiming control. When we stop seeing ourselves as victims of circumstance and start seeing ourselves as active agents in our own destiny, we unlock a profound sense of power. This agency is the driving force behind all sustainable change. It allows us to make decisions that align with our deepest values, rather than simply reacting to the world around us. Taking responsibility is a liberating practice. It frees us from a reactive life and opens a realm of proactive possibility. Action is the foundation of Stoic philosophy. The true measure of our beliefs is not what we say, but what we do. It is not enough to understand virtue, we must live it. Action moves us from the realm of theory into the practical world, where our choices forge our character. For the Stoics, action is not simply about being busy, it is about doing the right thing in accordance with reason and virtue. Every action should be purposeful, contributing to a life well lived. Marcus Aurelius spoke of acting with intention, using reason as a guide to ensure each action was just, honorable, and for the common good. This proactive engagement with life is the antidote to procrastination. Seneca reminded us that our greatest commodity is time, and to waste it is to squander life itself. Every moment of inaction is a moment lost, accumulating into a life of regret. By taking action now, however small, we align our daily behaviors with our greater purpose. Action is the bridge that transforms dreams into tangible outcomes. It is the mechanism through which we test our ideas against the world. Without it, our goals remain fantasies. Action also involves preparing for adversity. The Stoic practice of premeditating on potential challenges allows us to prepare mentally, equipping us with strategies to respond with calm and resilience when difficulties arise. Ultimately, action is not just for personal gain, but for contributing to the greater good. It is how we express our virtue and build a life of meaning. Self-improvement is the cornerstone of that meaningful life. It is the recognition that who we are today is not the limit of who we can become. This journey is not about achieving perfection, but about making progress, a gradual, deliberate effort to align our actions, thoughts, and values with the best version of ourselves. The Stoics believed this was our fundamental duty as rational beings. As Epictetus advised, first, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This journey begins with a clear vision. The key is to focus on what is within your control: your thoughts, your choices, your actions. By directing your energy here, you build a foundation for growth that cannot be shaken by external events. This requires a commitment to lifelong learning and the humility to know there is always more to discover. It is fueled by daily reflection, a quiet accounting of our actions. At the end of each day, we can ask, where did I act with virtue? Where could I have done better? This is not about judgment, but about awareness. Resilience is also crucial. Life will present challenges, but these are not obstacles. They are opportunities. As Seneca wrote, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Each hardship is a chance to forge inner strength. To give this journey direction, we must set concrete goals. Without a target to aim for, our efforts risk becoming scattered and aimless. Goals provide clarity and purpose, a roadmap to follow. They focus our energy, ensuring we are actively shaping our future rather than simply drifting through life. For the Stoics, this was about living with intention, acting in accordance with our values and not being distracted by trivial pursuits. A goal is the compass that guides our actions, the standard against which we measure our progress, and the vision that pulls us forward on the path of becoming who we were meant to be. The Stoics believed that each day should be a deliberate act of creation, a conscious effort in the pursuit of a virtuous and fulfilled life. To set a tangible goal is to give this effort a direction, to ensure that our actions are not random, but are in perfect alignment with our values, contributing to the very life we wish to lead. A well-defined goal is not a fleeting wish or a vague desire. It is a clear and actionable intention. To say, I want to be healthier, for example, is an aspiration adrift on a sea of ambiguity. It lacks the power to inspire real change. But to declare, I will exercise for 30 minutes, 5 days a week, or I will remove all sugary drinks from my diet for the next month, this is different. These specific intentions provide a clear path forward, transforming a vague wish into a series of meaningful steps toward genuine improvement. Concrete goals are also a wellspring of motivation. When your objective is clear, it becomes a beacon that guides you through challenges and keeps your focus sharp. The Stoic principle of living in harmony with nature encourages us to set goals that resonate with our inner virtues and strengths. A Stoic might set an intention to practice courage in difficult conversations, or to seek wisdom through daily reading. These virtues act as an anchor, ensuring our ambitions are not merely for external success, but for the cultivation of internal character. To bring these goals to life, we must break them down into smaller, manageable steps. A grand objective can feel overwhelming, leading to procrastination and discouragement. Instead, envision each goal as a journey, composed of smaller, reachable milestones. If your aim is to write a book, focus first on the simple task of outlining the chapters, then on drafting one chapter at a time. This approach not only makes the process less daunting, but allows you to honor your progress along the way, reinforcing your commitment with every step. The Stoics also offer a profound reminder. While we have complete control over our efforts, the final outcome often lies beyond our grasp. This is not a reason for despair, but a call to focus on the process itself, not just the result. Epictetus taught that we should dedicate our best to every endeavor, and then, with serene equanimity, accept whatever follows. If your goal is a promotion at work, you can control your preparation, your work ethic, and the integrity you bring to your role. The final decision, however, may depend on factors entirely outside your influence. By focusing on what you can control, you protect your inner peace, regardless of the outcome. Another vital aspect of this practice is to connect your goals to a deeper purpose. Intentions that are tied to your core values and long-term vision are infinitely more motivating than superficial ones. If your goal is to save money, ask yourself, why? It truly matters. Is it to provide security for your family? To earn the freedom to pursue a passion? To contribute to a cause you believe in? When your goals are anchored in purpose, they gain a powerful significance and become a compelling force in your life. Stoicism also teaches the importance of regular reflection. Are your goals still aligned with your values? Are you making progress, or does your approach need to be adjusted? Marcus Aurelius, in his private meditations, often paused to evaluate his actions, ensuring they were consistent with his guiding principles. This practice of reflection helps us stay on course and make the subtle adjustments needed to keep moving forward. Ultimately, setting goals is not merely about personal gain. The Stoics believed we are here to contribute to the greater good, to live in harmony with our community. When you set your intentions, consider how they might touch not only your own life, but the lives of those around you. A goal to improve your communication skills can deepen your relationships, while a goal to volunteer can make a tangible difference in your community. And here we find the heart of a meaningful life, the principle of contribution. It is the understanding that we are not here simply to serve ourselves, but to add value to the world and to the lives of others. This idea is deeply woven into Stoic philosophy, which sees humanity as a single, interconnected organism, bound by a shared responsibility to one another. To contribute is to live in harmony with this nature, fulfilling our role within the larger community. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of acting for the common good. "What is not good for the hive," he wrote, "is not good for the bee." This simple, profound truth underscores that our well-being is intrinsically linked to the well-being of all. When we focus on contribution, we align our actions with this natural order, living not just for personal gain, but for the collective good. Contribution need not be a grand gesture. It can be as simple as lending a helping hand, offering a word of encouragement, or sharing what you have learned. The smallest acts of kindness create a ripple effect, touching others in ways we may never fully comprehend. In Stoicism, these actions are expressions of virtue, especially justice, which calls us to treat others with fairness and to work for the betterment of society. When we shift our perspective from "what can I get" to "what can I give," we not only enrich the lives of others, but also our own. Assisting others fosters a sense of purpose and connection that material possessions or personal accolades alone can never provide. It is through contribution that we often discover our deepest satisfaction. This act of giving also builds courage and resilience. Offering help or standing up for what is right often asks us to step beyond our comfort zones. This courageous engagement with the world strengthens our character. And by focusing on the needs of others, we gain perspective on our own struggles, reminding ourselves that we are part of a larger human story and that we have the power to make a difference. Material possessions fade, but the positive effects of our contributions endure. When we invest in others, through mentorship, education, or simple kindness, we create a legacy that transcends our own lifetime. This resonates deeply with the Stoic ideal of leaving the world better than we found it. True contribution comes from a place of humility. It is not about seeking recognition, but about a genuine desire to make a positive impact. As Epictetus advised, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Contribution is about living our principles in tangible, meaningful ways. And in doing so, we cultivate gratitude. Helping others often gives us a deeper appreciation for the support we've received in our own lives, creating a virtuous cycle of generosity and growth. Remember, a life is not measured by what we gain, but by what we give. Each act of contribution, no matter how small, ripples outward. By striving to live virtuously, to grow, and to give, we align with the deepest truths of Stoicism and create a life of profound meaning. Thank you for being a part of the Stoic Journal today. If this resonated with you, there's another reflection waiting that dives deeper into applying these principles in everyday life. We invite you to continue your journey toward a life of purpose and wisdom. Thank you for walking this path with us. Let us keep learning, growing, and living the Stoic way. We'll see you in the next one.